In the state of California, can I collect unemployment benefits while I work for Uber as a driver? Well, this is very interesting. There's definitely a lot of people here, COVID-19, people got furloughed or they lost their jobs. They went straight to Uber, Postmates, Instacart to just start delivering and just start collecting money to supplement their income. The hard part about this is that's all considered income. And when you apply for unemployment, any income, it doesn't matter where it comes from, any income you receive while you're unemployed collecting government benefits, you need to report that to the unemployment office. If you don't report it, this is that part where it's a gray area, like who's going to find out, right? And that's probably what you're thinking. How will they know? Maybe I just won't tell them. Well, first, that's fraud, so I wouldn't go that far. But if you forget to tell them, let's just say, the gray area here is you have an audit risk. If the unemployment office comes and audits your tax statements, which don't worry, your income from Uber is going to be reported on your taxes, whether you try to do it or not. Anything that's electronic payment is going to end up being reported to the IRS. The government will be able to get access to that, and they will be able to see, wait a minute, you made a lot more income than you reported this year, because the unemployment office is also going to report how much money you made from them, and you're going to pay for that in income taxes. So from there, the rule of thumb is you need to let the unemployment office know when you are earning an income. What's going to happen next? They won't disqualify you. They'll just reduce how much income you have because they have a threshold. This is how much income you can get from the government while you are unemployed. And if you make anything above that, we're going to reduce our amount. And then when your Uber driving stops, you let us know and we'll bring that back up. So for the days that you went out and you were driving for Uber, those days you report how much you made on a day-by-day basis, and they're going to reduce how much income you get temporarily. And then the days you stop driving for Uber, you let them know, hey, I'm still looking for a job. I'm still unemployed and I'm not driving for Uber anymore. So those days your unemployment check will go back up. So it will fluctuate. So it is one of those things where are the economic incentives? Do you have the incentive to go and get a job? And this is what the Republicans, this is politically speaking, this is what's happening federally, is everyone's saying that federal boost of $600 was just enough to get a lot of people to not want to go back to work, potentially, because they're saying, I'm making more money now on unemployment than I was at my own job. And while a lot of people think that that's ridiculous, and I can see why that would sound ridiculous, there's a ton of people that lost their jobs that a regular state unemployment check just will not cut it. They need that federal boost. So I don't see that as a problem. But this is why politically, the Republican bill that just came out is lowering that federal boost from $600 to maybe half of that, maybe like $300 or a little bit above that. I don't recall exactly what it was. And we don't know what it's going to be until the law gets passed and signed by the president. So that's that. And while you still get that boost, the state still has its laws that they're going to lower their share of how much they give you on unemployment. Now, working for Uber, are you an employee or are you not an employee? This is a huge question. Uber obviously is getting sued and has a settlement going on over there. And the state of California has passed new laws that there's something called the ABC test, where basically to call yourself a contractor anymore is really hard to do. These days, almost anyone that's calling themselves a contractor in the state of California, they are not actually legally contractors, they're employees. So if you feel like you have a job and you're called a contractor and you don't like that, you want the employee benefits, you want to be able to have workers' comp, you want to be able to qualify for unemployment insurance, then you can go back to your employer and ask them, am I actually an employee under this new law? And have them get something to you in writing. So if you're an Uber driver today, I argue you are absolutely an employee of Uber. Let's see what they say about that and let's see what they do. But outside of that, do you qualify for unemployment if you've been working in the gig economy? Well, under COVID-19, we kind of loosened our qualification laws. So you can go and look, you can be a contractor and still qualify for unemployment, especially if your business has been impacted. So don't think and assume that the status quo of what was going on in 2019 is the same as we have today. Today, we have life with COVID, and life with COVID is completely different. And there's a lot more qualifications and government programs available to all of us, no matter if you're employed or unemployed. You just have to go find them and understand what you need to do in order to fit within those molds. But yeah, you can definitely claim unemployment and then go drive for Uber. The difference though is you're not going to have your unemployment check and your Uber check. It's going to be one or the other. So your unemployment check might dip a little. It's not going to eliminate completely. It might dip based on how much you made for Uber at that time. And I think that's a good thing. You're showing the government you're trying to work. Okay. If you don't like that idea, fine. Stay unemployed, stay not working and rely on the government check, but eventually that will dry up. The government doesn't have money forever. So you need to definitely find something to help supplement your unemployment or your business and go from there. Like I said, you might forget to tell the unemployment office that you are making income from somewhere else, and that might work for now. I know there's a ton of Uber drivers that are making money from Uber and they're collecting unemployment and they're not reporting it. But that doesn't mean that the unemployment office won't come and audit you later. They might come and audit you and say, okay, we have a right to demand your tax forms. We have a right to demand your bank accounts and income statements because that's what you signed up for when you applied at the very beginning for those unemployment checks. And if you show those and it shows that you have income, that means they have a right to claim restitution. Meaning we paid you money when we weren't supposed to, so you need to pay us back. So if you want to take that risk, fine, more power to you. But my recommendation, don't lie on your phones. Don't forget to tell the unemployment office you're making money from another gig economy job or another contractor job. All right. All right. So these weren't fully asset protection or estate planning protection questions, but that's fine. That's what this is for. Ask me anything. If I know the answers, I'm going to try and answer them for you. If I don't know the answers, I've got a network of attorneys that do, and I have a network of consultants that can absolutely help. So always, please, whenever you have a legal question, email them to us at info@skyunlimited.law. This is Yasha Saba signing off. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.